Welcome to the very first weekly market update. I have no idea if this is going to be a weekly update, but I'm going to try my best. Apparently this is a channel for absolute psychopaths. I don't know of anyone else that would click on a black thumbnail. Today's date is February 12th, 2023, and this is my analysis for the upcoming week. The goal of this channel, I will use this channel like a trade journal as well as a place to publicly place some of my price callouts and predictions. Nothing is financial advice. What you do with your money is your responsibility and yours alone. I will not be going into detail about my strategy. Coming up in this video, we will go through the indices. We will then open up those indices and look at the top holdings. I will look at some popular stocks with areas I'm waiting on. Then we will touch on some currencies. I think in this one I did the DXY and Bitcoin. In the future, I would like to post more of my personal trades and trades that I'm going to try to take during the week. The rules of the week, number one, you don't need to know what's going to happen next to make money in the stock market. Mark Douglas. Number two, the only thing that you can control in the market is the ability to execute your trade plan over and over again. Number three, irrational people make irrational environments. Trying to explain why something happens is like shooting ghosts. You might feel like you're doing something, but there is no point. Number four, consistency is built in character, then adopted into the trade plan. Alright, with all that said, the timestamps will be in the description, so just click the stocks that you are interested in, and then we will see if my analysis is right. Alright, starting with the S&P, the weekly chart, we have the third wave with the lower scale fifth being complete, which means we're looking for the fourth wave, which is we already have our A, B, C. Our A looks like it's complete. I'm looking for an A, B, C coming up around this area. I have stopped buying. We're completely waiting for price action to come up into this area. And then obviously looking for a reverse coming down. All right, let's check the Qs. This is obviously pretty much the same setup. I just wanted to get my lines on camera. So the Dow Jones, again, pretty much the same thing. We have completed a 5, so we're doing our little retracement back to somewhere around the 4th. I wouldn't be surprised if it bounces just a little bit to complete this B and then comes back down. Jumping into the indexes, this is XLK, or the technology index. So it's been a nice channel. It has a completed A. Ideally, this would be an A, B, C for the B, and then it would come back down. Again, it would be probably in this area. I do think C's, it would maybe a lot slower, but we'll kind of wait for that. This is the area that I'm kind of looking for. I'll go to the top of this just because this should be the fourth of the A wave. So what you're going to do with this information is up to you. We'll take a closer look at some of the technologies in the fund, and then kind of go from there. Ideally, we would be looking to short just above where price is. All right, this is XLV. This is the healthcare fund. Healthcare has been a little bit confusing for quite some time now. This is kind of what I'm anticipating is just a drop to the bottom of this wave. If it goes through it, you have your double top, your 1, your 2, and then it'll come down for a 3, or it'll be your final A, B, C, D, and then your E for an expanding triangle for another move up. All right, financial is kind of the canary in the coal mine right here. It has finished its 5th, made its way down for the A, came back up, and it's completing its C for the B wave. Its turning point could be anywhere. I'm waiting for just a confirmation turnaround, and then I'll look for some entries to go. Right now, I would like to see the ribbon kind of get tied up and then have everything cross the 200 EMA. All right, this is XLE. This is the energy sector. This one's a little bit odd. Not really planning to do anything. This is more of like a bet rather than a confirmation setup. This is your 4th wave of the 5th. So this is your little triangle right here. After these, it's normally you get one more move and then it kind of flips around. So we'll see how that turns out. All right, this is the utilities for XLU. Again, these are kind of immediate, so you can kind of see what I'm hoping for right here is a nice little drop that breaks these resistance and then pops up. This is where you short and then come back down. Not financial advice, this is just kind of what I'm doing. I just want to capture all my lines. All right, on to XLY. So this is going to be pretty interesting because this is kind of at a turning point right now where, well, I'll just kind of explain it. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down. Okay, and then your ABC going up. I would like it to get to the top of the 4th. Okay, that would just be a nice little confirmation. However, so you can count it A, B, C. However, you can also count it A, B, C, and done, to where now it should be coming back down. I don't like that count, but that's an option. I would like to still see this where you have another area to buy and then it pops back up. The EMAs aren't twisted yet, so this is just a take profit twist, not the 100 crosses the 200. Again, higher risk. You are fighting the trend. Shorting is preferred. All right, so starting off with the financials, this is JP Morgan. This is kind of what I think is going to be the most immediate. I think this can go a little bit higher into my alert right here, past this point of resistance right here, and then this square is where I would like to buy. So in between 149.02 and 159.34 is kind of where I would like to see it turn. Again, you can have super aggressive and short into this, or you can wait till it turns back around and then start shorting down. So this is Bank of America. I just want to show this because this is an odd pattern. I did get stopped out at this blue line, so it did kind of go my way a little bit. The ribbon's just a little bit too twisted. I would like to see it come back up past this next point. The speed obviously can vary. If it pops up, it would be a shorter distance. So I would like to kind of see it get to this area and before I short again. Okay, Morgan Stanley, kind of the same thing as JP Morgan, with a short coming right up here. You can take this, well, not financial advice. I'm taking this as soon as it gets into it, basically, is what I'm doing. And then I'll short. It's against the trend. However, I do like the A, the B, and then the C coming down somewhere in 65, 95. All right, so Goldman has been kind of pissing me off lately. So you have your truncated 5th, which sucks. Then you have your A, B, and your C. It's already came into where I would like it to be. So if we get one more shot at it, probably go a little bit deeper into this area, like 400 around there, a little bit deeper, and then have it turn around. Obviously, if it goes past this blue line, I'm wrong, and yeah, we'll move on. All right, so this is Charles Schwab. Not going to go very in detail. I just wanted to show this area. American Express, just want to show this area. You can obviously see what's kind of going on. This is what I'm expecting as your ABC up and done. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. Obviously, if it hits this, I'm wrong, and we'll go from there. But yeah, if it comes back down, that's the way I would start trading. Okay, so this is Boeing. Boeing has been a pretty popular stock. That's why I would like to show my lines. Obviously, it's battling through some points of resistance, which is sweet. I would be looking to buy. You have your nice ribbon all flared out. I would be buying as soon as it comes back down where this thing broke. It's pivots. All right, so back at the technology. So remember, we're just looking for shorts just a little bit above where price is. So this is Apple. This would be where I would be taking shorts. It did snap through this area. I know it's probably not the most popular. Buying in this area is probably a good idea. So we can probably go something like this. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to respect this area. It could just take it from here and then pop up, and then it's whatever. But if it comes back down pretty deep to go back down to this area, then coming back up, I just want to show my lines. This is a huge stock, a little bit confusing on the chart, but we'll kind of see how it goes. Microsoft, I have already kind of hitting where it needs to be. I think this is the first one to dump in the technology sector. The ribbon is pointing the right way, so shorts are live now, I guess. Again, if it breaks up here, I'm wrong, and we'll kind of reevaluate it. Alright, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA has been kind of following my ABC pretty much to the T, except how steep it is. This is my turning points. It can turn at this one since it broke this pivot, or this one just because this formation kind of is a little bit wonky, and it has the cross of the 100 and the 200. I would short into this area. Whether or not you take it past B is up to you. I'm probably going around this area. All right, Cisco. Cisco is just waiting for a pop up and then probably a turnaround. All right, so Adobe. Adobe is a weird one just because if you look up at the weekly, we're almost starting to flip, but if it breaks pivots, that's all it needs to do to keep this going into an uptrend. But everything says down right now, so I would short as is. Obviously I have my lines here. How far it goes, probably just down to this white line, but yeah, ideally I'm looking for it to come down to 222 just before these huge pivots. And obviously this one's gonna suck, but let me actually draw lines so when I come back to these I know kind of what's going on. All right, let's go. Pretty much confusing. I have it bouncing off of a massive point of resistance or support down here, so I am taking this thing up. My entry will be, so it broke this, so we'll probably have to take this, and then this is just can sit kind of wherever in here. Cool, that's my area to buy at. Quality wise, this isn't that good just because a main hasn't been broken and everything's still in a downtrend. I'd like to throw that out there, and we'll wait. All right, utilities. Obviously we're looking for kind of like immediate shorts. We are on XL. This one I have a position on immediately, so there's no move out, there's no broken anything, no point of resistance, nothing. I'm shorting immediately. This is kind of where I'm expecting it to go. It did break this weird triangle, so again, higher risk, don't recommend it. I'm taking it down. Okay, moving on to the healthcare. Again, immediate. Looking at United Health Group, I like the immediate on this going down. Again, it hasn't broken anything, so high risk. It could come a little bit higher to this yellow, so shorting anywhere in here is what I am doing. All right, so Pfizer, I have a short at this blue, 46.53. This is kind of where I would like it. Again, it can come up to this yellow, and I'd be happy to short up here. But the overall is I'm expecting it to come down to here, down to like 37-ish. So we'll see how that goes. It's a lot of resistance or support to try and get through. We'll kind of wait. All right, so Amazon, nothing really happening with Amazon. Hasn't broken anything whatsoever. Still a hardcore downtrend. I wouldn't be in a position on this in either direction right now. Tesla, so Tesla is fighting through some resistance right now. Is it good enough to short? Probably not. However, everything is pointing to the downside, so I wouldn't be surprised if this does come out and fall. 80 is kind of where I would like to be at for buying wise, like buying huge positions. Everything else is just little trades, but should be a nice little short for whoever got in here. So Nike has the best or closest pattern to the actual index, which is just a little bit higher and then short. These are the kind of the levels, is 140, 139 kind of resistance area, and then it did break a pivot, so this is where I would like to short at. It could go all the way through, nothing really stopping it from doing that. This is just my call out. Okay, Target. So Target, again, we're just waiting. I would just like to show this just in case it does spike into it. I would just like to get this out there. All right, so this is Meta. So Meta is kind of in the area where I would like my B to start happening. So I'm buying down here where this pivot was broken. This is where I'm buying, or ideally buying. I think you can buy kind of somewhere in here if it's strong enough to go. But I had this one kind of going up for the better. Okay, Alibaba. So this one is kind of counter trend. I do have a buy here, expecting to go up here, and then obviously can continue down. I have no idea the health of the company or anything. It looks like it's pretty bad, but yeah. So I would like a buy and then like a target somewhere in here. So for the Dixie has been making some extreme progress down. So we do have our fifth wave. I would imagine we'd have an A somewhere in here with a B somewhere up. So I do think this one's coming down overall. However, for the short term, we are looking for that B wave coming up, because you will have, might as well do this 1 2 3 4 5, right? So that is an acceptable count. Could it go a little bit farther? It can. Then we'll just be looking for this area for buying opportunities just for the dollar. And then ABC could either start here where you go A, B, C, somewhere back up here to this pivot, or it comes back down and then you can go A, B, C up to the top of the fourth. Okay, everyone's favorite is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I have completed its ABC down, and you can like break that up where you have your 1 2 3 4 5 A, B, C, B, and then 1 2 3 4 5 all the way down. I do have it going back up for an ABC. How far that goes, I don't know. I would like to see it get to 29,000 before I feel comfortable shorting again. So this is my buy area in here. It just hit it. Obviously, if it comes down, well, yeah, if it comes back down to the pivot, I was wrong. And then we'll have to look for the area at 19,150 and then 18,397 would be the two areas that I'd be interested if this fails. If this doesn't, then I would be looking for where this is your 1 2 3 4 and then your 5 coming up to try and knock something out up here. Whether it gets there or not, who knows, but that's kind of what ideally I would like to see.